हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, माय नेम इज़ अभिषेक सर एंड दिस इज़ योर इंग्लिश क्लासरूम, जहां पे मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूं इंग्लिश लिटरेचर का चैप्टर्स। आप लोगों को किसी भी चैप्टर में कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो तो आप कमेंट बॉक्स पे लिख सकते हो, या फिर मेरा नंबर, व्हाट्सएप नंबर, मेरा कॉलिंग का नंबर जो है वो भी डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स पे दिया हुआ है। आप डायरेक्ट कॉल कर सकते हो उस नंबर पे भी, या फिर व्हाट्सएप भी आप लोग कर सकते हो। आज मैं जो पोएम लेके आया हूँ वो आईसीएसई बोर्ड का क्लास 9 का पोएम है। बहुत ही अच्छा एक पोएम है एंड द नेम ऑफ द पोएम इज आफ्टर ब्लेनहिम, रिटन बाय रॉबर्ट साउदी। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी मोर टाइम, लेट्स गेट इनटू द चैप्टर। बट बिफोर स्टार्टिंग, इफ यू हैव नॉट सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल, प्लीज डू सब्सक्राइब. Press the bell icon so that you can get regular updates whenever we post a video, and please don't forget to press the like button if you like the video, and please share the channel, share the link, share the video with your friends, ताकि उन लोगों को भी एक अच्छा जो है एक explanation मिले. So after Blenheim, Robert Southey, it is an anti-war poem, page number 16. Okay, before starting the poem, I always suggest you to read out whatever is given in the box. Okay, so open up page number 16, take a pencil, take an eraser, take a highlighter if you have, so that you can mark down all the keywords that I am going to tell you. Now, page number 16. Okay, Robert Southey was an English romantic poet. He was the poet laureate of his time. He wrote his poem in 1796 about a battle that took place in Blenheim, a village in southern Germany, in 1704. It is an anti-war poem. Anti-war poem, please mark it, that sharply criticizes the destruction and death caused by the war. The poet uses the simple narrative of a grandfather explaining to his two grandchildren his own suffering and the suffering of many others like him who were victims of the battle. So grandfather is a character in this particular poem, and grandfather is telling the story of the war that took place in Blenheim to his two grandchildren. Okay, so the grandfather cannot give any good reason for war and can only repeat that it was a famous victory. Please mark it, it was a famous victory. बहुत ही important एक phrase है जो कि आयरनी है. जितना सा लिटरेरी डिवाइसेस है वो भी मैं एक्सप्लेन करूंगा सब कुछ, ठीक है. सो ऑब्वियसली दिस वाज द प्रोपागेंडा दैट वाज indoctrinated in the common people. The poet wants to emphasize through the repetition of the lines that words are senseless. Please keep marking, words are senseless, futile and evil, and that in war there are no real winners. This is very important point. कि वॉर जब होता है तो उसमें आउटर अपीयरेंस से देखा जाता है कि वो जो है वो जो पार्टी है वो जीत गया है, लेकिन असल में नो वन इज विनर इन अ पर्टिकुलर वॉर. वॉर नेवर गिव्स अस एनी वाइब्रेंट और एनी ब्राइट मेमोरी. वॉर ऑलवेज गिव्स अस सम pale memories. War always gives us some memory full of destruction, full of death. Okay, this is a powerful poem that echoes Wilfred Wayne's famous quote, "The pity of war." लास्ट जो लाइन है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, मार्क करो इसे, एग्जाम में आंसर में इसे ऐड करना. द पोएम इज अ वेकअप कॉल टू सीक peaceful solutions to all conflicts. So the poem actually gives us a message that we should have a peaceful solution rather than having a war, whatever conflicts are there. अच्छा, और कुछ पॉइंट जैसे कि ये जो पोएम है, ओके, ये एक बैलेट के फॉर्म में लिखा हुआ है एंड 11 इक्वल वर्सेस आर देयर इन दिस पोएम. And one more thing, this particular poem represents the pointlessness of war, quote unquote pointlessness of war. So starting, it was a summer evening, old Caspar's work was done, and he before his cottage door market was sitting in the sun, and by him spotted on the green his little grandchild Wilhelmine. So very Simple and narrative description is there that it was summertime. First point, it was summertime, and old Caspar is the first character of this poem. And old Caspar finished his work and he was sitting at the threshold, at the cottage door, okay, and before him grassy land was there, and his grandchild Wilhelmine was playing in the grassland. Second stanza, she saw her brother Peterkin. So Peterkin is another character. So Peterkin and Wilhelmine are two grandchildren of old Caspar. So she saw her brother Peterkin rolled something large and round. पूरा highlight करो, roll something large and round, which he beside the rivulet. Beside the rivulet, rivulet means a small river. In playing there had found, he came to ask what he had found that was so large, keep marking, and smooth and round. So it was summertime. Old Caspar finished his work and he was sitting just at the threshold of his house, okay, of his cottage, and his grandchild Wilhelmine was playing over there, and Wilhelmine saw that her brother Peterkin is elder than Wilhelmine. So she saw that Peterkin was coming towards them and he was holding something. He was holding an object in his hand, and the object was large, smooth and round. And where did he find the object? He found the object near the rivulet, beside the rivulet. Okay, there he was playing. So Peterkin did not know what was that actually. So he was very surprised. Okay, he was very curious to know what was that, and the story or whatever the history is there behind it. So very simply, he just brought it to his grandfather because he had belief that his grandfather would be able to explain what was that object actually. Third stanza. Old Caspar took it from the boy who stood expectant by. Expectant, keyword expectant means eager to know. So see the calmness of old Caspar, okay. And then the old man shook his head and with a natural shy essentially means referring to the old age of old Caspar. First of all, old age जो है उसे refer कर रहा है, और एक जो बात है, ओल्ड कास्पर को पता था कि वो क्या है. So whenever, as soon as old Caspar saw the object held by Peterkin, okay, some memories, it might be good memories, it might be bad memories, okay, some memories just flashed in the inward eye of old Caspar. And we can say that the memories are bad memories. That is the reason the poet has used the term natural shy. So the object held by Peterkin was seen by Caspar, old Caspar, and he just gave a natural shy. Oh my God, once again this thing. Like we can say that old Caspar is extremely acquainted. Old Caspar is extremely familiar with the object brought by Peterkin. It is some poor fellow's skull, said he, who fell in the great victory. Two words, circle करो, एक है poor और एक great victory, और वहां पे लिखो contrast. ओके, मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूं. सो ओल्ड कास्पर उस ऑब्जेक्ट को ले लिया पीटरकिन के हाथ से, और पीटरकिन जो था उसे जानना था कि वो ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है. सो ही वाज लुकिंग, ही वाज स्टेयरिंग एट हिज ग्रैंडपा विथ एन ईगर आईज. ओके, उस ऑब्जेक्ट को कास्पर ने लिया और नेचुरल शाई के साथ उन्होंने कहा कि इट इज सम पुअर फेलोज स्कल, ही सेड, who fell in the great victory. So the victory was great. But the soldier who died in that particular battlefield, who died in the victory, was very poor. Here, poor does not mean that he did not have money or wealth, something like this. Poor means unfortunate, unlucky. Fourth stanza. I find them in the garden कौन ये डायलॉग इनका किसका है? ये ओल्ड कास्पर का. ओके, आई फाइंड देम इन द गार्डन फॉर देयर्स मेनी हियर अबाउट एंड ऑफन आई गो टू प्लाउ द प्लाउशेयर मीन्स द ब्लेड ऑफ द प्लाउ. ओके, the plowshare turns them out, for many thousand men, said he, were slain in the great victory. Slain means killed, slaughtered, okay, murdered. सो अब जो है ओल्ड कास्पर बोल रहा है कि आई फाइंड देम मेनी इन द गार्डन वेन एवर आई गो देयर टू प्लाउ द फील्ड. ओके, सो आई फाइंड मेनी स्कल ओवर देयर. वाई? बिकॉज मेनी स्कल्स आर लाइंग ओवर देयर. वाई? बिकॉज द बैटल टुक प्लेस देयर. ओके, एंड thousand soldiers were slaughtered. Thousand soldiers were killed in that victory, in that battlefield. Okay, that is the reason one can find a plenty number of skulls over there. और एक बात जो है बहुत ही दर्दनाक, एक हार्ट-रेंडिंग रेफरेंस जो है यहाँ पे दिया जा रहा है थ्रू ओल्ड कास्पर, that and often when I go to plow, the plowshare turns them out. That means whenever I go to plow the field near the river, okay, sometimes what happens? Sometimes the plowshare, that means the blade of the plow, turned few of or turned many skulls into dust and it mixes with the soil. Okay, fourth stanza. Now tell us what it was all about. So the children are very much fascinated. They started liking the story told by their grandpa. So now tell us what it was all about. Young Peterkin, he cries, and little Wilhelmine looks up with wonder-waiting eyes. Wonder-waiting eyes, another keyword. Okay, so they got interest. Wilhelmine and Peterkin got interest in the story told by their grandpa. So Peterkin जो है वो बोल रहा है, now tell us about the story. Please आप हम लोग को वो स्टोरी बताओ. ओके, और जो Wilhelmine है वो एक बहुत ही छोटी है, तो वो बस वंडर वेटिंग आईज से वो देख रही है अपनी ग्रैंडपा की तरफ कि ग्रैंडपा अब कौन से स्टोरी, क्या स्टोरी बताने जा रहा है. नाउ टेल अस ऑल अबाउट द वॉर एंड व्हाट दे फॉट ईच अदर फॉर. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, सो now Peterkin is elder than Wilhelmine. So Peterkin has, मतलब उनका सेंस है, वो समझ पाते हैं सब कुछ. मतलब नॉट सब कुछ, मतलब कुछ चीज है उसे समझ में आता है. सो पीटरकिन जो है वो सिंपली समझ गया कि वो जो वॉर था, वो जो लड़ाई था, किस लिए हुआ था और उसे जानना है. ही वांटेड टू नो व्हाट फॉर दे फॉट with each other. Okay, so now tell us all about the war and what they fought each other for. So why did they fight with each other? For what reason? क्या था? पीटरकिन को ये जानना है. और विल्हेल्माइन जो है, she kept staring at her grandpa, okay, with wonder waiting eyes. It was the English, Caspar said, who put the French to rout. It was the English, Caspar cried, who put the French to rout. To rout means to defeat. But what they fought each other for, I could not well make out. But everybody said, quoth he, quoth means quoted he, that 'twas a famous victory. Now Caspar said that actually the fight was there between English and French. इंग्लिश दैट मीन्स ब्रिटिश एंड फ्रेंच. ओके, सो इंग्लिश जो है वो फ्रेंच को डिफीट कर दिया था. बट आई कैनॉट टेल यू, आई कैनॉट मेक प्रॉपरली व्हाट डिड दे फाइट फॉर. उन लोगों ने फाइट क्यों किया था, उन लोगों ने वॉर क्यों किया था. लेकिन everyone said that it was a famous victory. So one thing we get here, that old Caspar knows about the war, that the war took place many years before at that particular place, but he does not know the reason behind the war. As everybody said, as people said, as common people said that it was a famous victory, so old Caspar also believed the same thing, that it was a famous victory. Got my point? old Caspar जो है उनका खुद का एक मतलब कंसेप्ट क्लियर नहीं है कि वो जो वॉर हुआ था वो किस लिए हुआ था. That is the reason he cannot give an evident reply, he cannot give an crystal clear or satisfying answer to his grandchildren, that why did they fight with each other. My father lived at Blenheim then, yon little stream hard by. They burnt his dwelling to the ground. They burnt his dwelling to the ground. Mark karo. And he was forced to flee. Flee means here escape or मतलब भाग जाना. Okay, and he was forced to fly. Sorry, and he was forced to fly. Fly मतलब यहाँ पे escape, भाग जाना और flee. So with his wife and child he fled, nor had he where to rest his head. So now old Caspar is telling that my father lived over there only. Okay, so when the war started, when the war took place, they means the soldiers, they forced my father to leave the place. My father could not live over there, and forcefully my father left the place. My father fled from there with his wife and child. Now ये जो term है child, अब ये child कौन है? It has not been mentioned in the story. It might be old Caspar or it might be old Caspar's any other sibling. Okay, nor had he where to rest his head. In fact, when my father was forced to leave the place, so he just escaped from the place. He just left the place with his wife and child, and at that time he did not have any place to rest his head. That means he did not have any shelter. So we can say that this particular stanza is actually representing or actually showcasing the personal destruction of old Caspar's life. Okay, with fire and sword the country round was wasted far and wide, and many a childing mother, keyword childing mother means pregnant woman, and many then and newborn baby died. So at that time the war was there. It was a very much destructive war, and many childing mother, many pregnant women were killed, in fact died in that particular war. Even many newborn babies were also slaughtered. But things like that, must be at every famous victory. So see the ignorant nature of old Caspar. So old Caspar, this is irony. एक साइड पे जो है, एक बार ओल्ड कास्पर खुद बोल रहा है कि मेनी बहुत प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन जो है मतलब मर गई थी उस वॉर में. ओके, एंड मेनी बेबीज वर ऑल्सो डाइड, मेनी बेबीज आर ऑल्सो किल्ड, स्लॉदर्ड. बट things must be like this, a famous victory. So according to old Caspar, human life is nothing. For old Caspar, human life does not cost anything. According to him or for old Caspar, it was a great victory. और एक great victory जब होता है, एक famous victory जब होता है, एक war जब होता है, तो ये सब होना ही है, nothing to do. इसमें old Caspar का stanza 9, they say it was a shocking sight. A shocking sight, keyword shocking sight essentially mean dreadful sight, okay, horrible sight. So they say it was a shocking sight after the field was won, for many thousand bodies, once again a keyword here, lay rotting in the sun, underline keyword, okay, lay rotting in the sun. But things like that, must be after a famous victory. So once again, actually this particular stanza is showing that war is catastrophically phenomenal, okay, and after the war was won, the sight was a shocking sight. It was a dreadful sight. It was a horrible sight. Why? Because many thousand bodies were left to smell. Many thousand bodies were left to, dead itself, and all the bodies were rotting in the sun. There was no one to remove the bodies from there. Okay, so many soldiers were killed over there. No, so thousand bodies were there. They were just rotting in the sun. But things like that, must be after a famous victory. Once again, he is showing his ignorant nature. That, but nothing to do. If a war is there, if a famous victory is there, if a famous war is there, then things must be like this. ऐसा होना ही है. So ये जो stanza है, ये stanza gruesome sight को describe कर रहा है. Okay, GRUESOME, gruesome sight after the war. Great praise the Duke of Marlborough won, and our good Prince Agony. Why, it was a very wicked thing, said little Wilhelmine. Nay, my little girl, Kothi, it was a great victory. Okay, so actually the king fought for more power and glory, and peasants fled from burning houses and the soldiers fell on the fields. So अब ये जो स्टैंजा है यहाँ पे ओल्ड कास्पर खुद बोल रहा है कि ग्रेट प्रेज द ड्यूक ऑफ मैलब्रो वोन, दैट मीन्स ड्यूक ऑफ मैलब्रो को बहुत प्रेज किया गया था, एंड प्रिंस ऑफ यूगनी जो था उनको भी। अब विल्हेल्माइन जो है अब वो बोल रही है, वो पूछ रही है व्हाई इट वाज अ वेरी विकेड थिंग, why it was definitely there was nothing to praise at all. Why? Because it was very wicked thing. No, people are dying, okay, people are starving, they are not able to lead their normal life, so it is a wicked thing. How can war be a blessing for anyone? Nay, my little girl, Kothi, it was a famous victory, but old Caspar kept saying that na वो एक famous victory था. Okay, last stanza, and everybody praised the duke who this great fight did win, but what good came of it at last, quoth little Peterkin. So finally little Peterkin jo tha, he questioned his grandfather that okay, I understood everything is fine, now you let me know that what was the profit, how were all the people benefited of the war. Why, that I cannot tell, said he. नहीं, वो तो मुझे पता नहीं, that I cannot tell you, but it was a famous victory. But I can tell you that it was a famous victory. And why it was a famous victory for old Caspar? Because people said. Because people said it was a famous victory, so old Caspar also believes that it was a famous victory. But he himself does not know the reason behind the war. So it was the last stanza of this poem. I hope poem का जो concept है ये आप लोगों का समझ में आया है। अब कुछ जो पॉइंट है वो मैं आप लोगों को बताऊंगा, आप लोग काइंडली उसे नोट डाउन कर सकते हो कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द थीम ऑफ दिस पोएम, ओके, द थीम ऑफ द पोएम इज दैट जनरेशन गैप इन द वे ऑफ थिंकिंग. Generation gap. See, old Caspar is believing what people said. People said that it was a famous victory, so for old Caspar it was a famous victory, right? But not only Peterkin, but also Wilhelmine could understand that it was a wicked thing. So this is called the generation gap in the way of thinking. The way Peterkin and Wilhelmine are thinking, old Caspar is essentially, basically unable to think in the same way. Okay. One more thing is that futility of war. That war does not bring any vibrant moment. War never gives us any memorable memory. Okay. Like आप लोगों को मिला था ओल्ड मैन एट द बीच में, वहां पे भी देखिए जितना सारा कलर वहां पे डिस्क्राइब किया गया था, या फिर वहां पे जैसे वॉर को डिस्क्राइब किया गया था. Did it give or does it give any vibrant, any radiant, any bright memory? No and never. So this is also an anti-war poem, as it was also an anti-war story without having a single bloodshed. Okay. So ये जो है futility of the war. Okay. और एक जो important question यहाँ पे है वो है the characteristics of old Caspar. The characteristic of old Caspar, first of all, we can say that old Caspar is ignorant. Why? Because for him, a great victory, if a great victory is there, people have to die. So he does not bother. या इंसान मर रहा है, मरने दो, कोई बात नहीं, अगर ग्रेट विक्ट्री होगा, अगर फेमस वॉर होगा तो उसमें इंसान को जो है वो मरना ही होगा. So he has ignorant kind of nature or outlook. Okay. Second जो है, okay, he was less questioning. See, as everyone said that it was a great victory, so old Caspar believed that it was a great victory. Old Caspar could not ask the people who are in the authority. Okay, he could not ask. As people said that it was a great victory, so he also believed that it was a great victory. He in fact did not even try, might be, okay, he did not even try to get the reason, to know the reason why did they fight with each other. So he has also he is also less questioning. One more is that patriot. Why patriot I am telling? See, अगर इसे मतलब कैरेक्टरिस्टिक जो है ओल्ड कास्पर का, अगर उसको थोड़ा घुमा के हम लोग देखें कि ठीक है ओल्ड कास्पर ये बोल रहा है कि चलो यार एक ग्रेट विक्ट्री है, उसमें बहुत सारे इंसान को मरना ही है, नथिंग टू डू, तो और एक तरीके से हम लोग ऐसे देख सकते हैं कि Old Caspar is ready to sacrifice for his own country. According to Old Caspar, if a word is there, that means word is there for the development of the country, for the advancement of the country, for the betterment of the country. So he is ready to sacrifice everything. That is the reason he is telling that in case of a great victory, in case of a great war, people have to die. Right? So from this aspect, from this point, we can say that Old Caspar is a patriot. One more thing is that Old Caspar is a representative of common stereotype people who glorify war without any reason. और एक बार हम लोग की साइड में आ जाता है, ठीक है, ओल्ड कास्पर को लेके कि डेफिनेटली ओल्ड कास्पर जो है विदाउट एनी रीजन ही इज एक्चुअली ग्लोरीफाइंग द वर्ड. दैट इज द रीजन रिपीटेडली ही इज टेलिंग थिंग्स मस्ट बी लाइक दिस इन अ ग्रेट विक्ट्री, थिंग्स मस्ट बी लाइक दिस इन अ फेमस वर्ड. One more thing, he is conservative and wants to wants to stick to the old ideas. Why? Because people said it was a great victory. So for Old Caspar it was a great victory. बहुत दिन हो गया तो वो जो है वो उसे एनालाइज भी नहीं कर रहे हैं. Okay, he is not analyzing at all. Still now he is sticking to the old ideas. As people said it was a great victory, so for Old Caspar it was a great victory. And one more thing, lack of curiosity. Okay, and this is the difference between Old Caspar and his grandchildren also. Like Wilhelmine and Peterkin, they had curiosity. They wanted to know why English and French fought with each other. Okay, but Old Caspar did not question anything. He did not have any curiosity. He just believed the sayings of common people. Okay, so these are the characteristics of Old Caspar. Now I am coming to the literary devices that have been used in this story. Okay, one more thing is that the battle of Blenheim, actually the battle was fought near the village of Blenheim in Bavaria on the left bank of the river Danube. Okay, this is historical information and I have got this information from Google. Very honestly I am telling you. Okay, now let's get back. Okay, once again, now the literary devices that have been used in this story. First of all, just a second. Yeah, first of all, metonymy has been used. Okay, metonymy is a figure of speech in which a thing or a concept is referred to by the names of something closely associated. Like, see the first stanza. The first stanza was sitting in the sun. Was sitting in the sun referring to the sun rays. Okay, and the next line, and by him spotted on the green. Green essentially means or refers to the vast grassland. So it is metonymy. Okay, now hyperlage has been used. Hyperlage, and hyperlage, this is a figure of speech in which a syntactic relationship between two terms is interchanged. Like stanza number 5. Stanza number 5, wonder waiting eyes. Wonder waiting eyes, हाइपरलेज. ओके, एंड और एक जो बात है ये तो आप लोग को समझ में आ ही गया होगा कि इसमें एलिटरेशन भी यूज किया गया है, कॉन्सोनेंट्स भी यूज किया गया है. लाइक आप लोग देखो स्टैंजा नंबर कहाँ गया, या लाइक देखो स्टैंजा नंबर 3 पे देखो, जस्ट अ सेकेंड. Yeah, like stanza number 5. Now tell us all about the war and what they fought each other for. Same consonant जो है repetition हो रहा है बार बार, ठीक है. So alliteration and consonants have also been used in this story. So this is the complete poem. And one more thing is that I have already told you equal verses, 11 equal verses and pointlessness of war. Okay, so this is the कंप्लीट एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ दिस पोएम। आई होप समझ में आया आप सब लोगों को। फिर भी आप लोग जस्ट गो थ्रू करो ये वाला पोएम, बहुत ही अच्छा पोएम है, एंटीवर पोएम है। कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो, कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो, आप लोग मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स पे भी लिख सकते हो, और या फिर मेरा फ़ोन नंबर, मेरा व्हाट्सएप नंबर, सारा रिसोर्सेज जो है मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स पे दे रखा है, ठीक है। तो आप लोग वहाँ से भी मुझे डायरेक्ट आप लोग कॉन्टैक्ट कर सकते हो, कोई बात नहीं। प्लीज़ लाइक द वीडियो, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि आप लोग को एक्सप्लेनेशन अच्छा लगा, ओके। एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब, press the bell icon for being updated whenever we post a video, and please don't forget to share the link or the video with your friends। उन लोगों को भी तो कुछ अच्छा मिले, है कि नहीं। चलो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो पे, नेक्स्ट कुछ चैप्टर को लेके देखते हैं कौन सा चैप्टर किया जाए। आज के लिए बस इतना ही। गॉड ब्लेस यू एंड बाय बाय।